Have you ever pondered the uncanny accuracy of the Simpsons' prophecies? Imagine a world where a yellow four-fingered family from the fictional town of Springfield can predict the future. Well, you don't have to imagine. This is the world of The Simpsons, a show that's been making us laugh and at the same time, eerily predicting future events for over 3 decades. The Simpsons, a satirical depiction of working-class life, is renowned for its wit and humor. But it's also gained a reputation for something a bit more supernatural: clairvoyance. And we're not talking about vague, could-apply-to-anything kind of predictions. No, these are detailed, specific, and in hindsight, startlingly accurate forecasts of the future. Let's rewind to 1997. The Simpsons aired an episode where they envisioned a future where watches could be used as phones. Sound familiar? Yes, they predicted the advent of smartwatches, a technology that's now ubiquitous, almost 2 decades before it became a reality. And who can forget the most talked about prediction? In an episode aired in the year 2000, they predicted that Donald Trump would become president of the United States. Fast forward to 2016 and lo and behold, reality mirrored fiction. But it doesn't stop there. The Simpsons have also accurately predicted the FIFA corruption scandal, the discovery of the Higgs boson particle, and even the Night King's fiery end in Game of Thrones. From politics to technology, The Simpsons seem to have their finger on the pulse of the future. With an uncanny knack for peering into the crystal ball of what's to come, this beloved show has proven that sometimes, truth really is stranger than fiction, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. In the following scenes, we'll delve deeper into the prophetic prowess of The Simpsons, exploring the political, technological, and cultural predictions they've made. So buckle up because we're about to take a ride into the future, Simpson style. From politics to technology, The Simpsons seem to have their finger on the pulse of the future. Dive deep into the realm of politics, where The Simpsons have been eerily accurate. It's a strange world we live in, where a cartoon family from Springfield can seemingly predict the future of our political landscape. But the evidence, my friends, is hard to ignore. Let's take a look at some of The Simpsons' political prophecies that have come true. In an episode from the year 2000, titled Bart to the Future, we see Lisa Simpson as the President of the United States, who mentions her predecessor, President Trump. Fast forward to the year 2016, and what do we have? Donald Trump, a businessman with no prior political experience, becomes the 45th President of the United States. Coincidence? Maybe. But let's not forget that The Simpsons made this prediction 16 years before it happened. Now, let's rewind back to the year 1993. In a Halloween special, we see a future where the United States government is broke because it borrowed too much money from other nations. Fast forward to today and our national debt has skyrocketed, with the US owing trillions to countries around the world. The Simpsons seem to have hit the nail on the head once again. And who could forget the episode from the year 2007 where Homer attempts to vote for Barack Obama in the presidential election, but the voting machine changes his vote to McCain. 4 years later, in the real world, a video surfaced online showing a voting machine doing exactly that during the 2012 US presidential election. These are just a few examples of how The Simpsons have accurately predicted political events. There's a certain eeriness to it, isn't there? A cartoon from the late 80s making predictions that come true decades later. The accuracy of these political prophecies is nothing short of astonishing. Step into the world of tomorrow as foreseen by The Simpsons. Imagine a world where technology is so advanced it feels like magic, where artificial intelligence is not just a concept but a reality. This is the world that The Simpsons predicted decades ago. Yes, the beloved animated sitcom has given us more than just laughter. It has provided a fascinating glimpse into the future of technology. Let's start with the rise of smart homes. In one episode, we saw the Simpson family living in a home where everything was automated. From the lights to the thermostat, every aspect of their home could be controlled with a simple voice command. Fast forward to today and we see that this is no longer a figment of the imagination. Alexa, Google Home, these are not just gadgets but a part of our daily lives. And let's not forget about the advancements in AI. The Simpsons predicted a world where robots not only exist but are intelligent enough to make decisions and potentially take over the world. While we're not quite there yet, AI has certainly come a long way. Today we have robots that can perform complex surgeries, and AI systems that can outsmart humans in games of strategy. But it's not just about the big, world-altering technologies. The Simpsons also predicted smaller yet equally impressive technological advancements. Remember when Lisa spoke to Marge through a watch? Well, welcome to the era of smartwatches. And then there's the episode where school kids were taught by an automated teaching machine. Today we have online learning platforms that provide personalized learning experiences. The Simpsons didn't just imagine a world filled with advanced technology, they painted a picture of a society that has fully embraced and integrated technology into their daily lives. And as we look around us today, we can't help but marvel at how accurate their depictions were. In the realm of technology, the Simpsons' predictions are not just guesses, but prophetic visions of the future. The Simpsons have also accurately predicted major cultural shifts. Diving into the realm of societal norms and emerging trends, the show has been eerily on point. Take, for instance, the rise of the plant-based diet trend. Way back in a 1995 episode, Lisa Simpson declared herself a vegetarian, a lifestyle choice that was less common at the time. Fast forward to today, and veganism and vegetarianism are more widespread than ever, as people become increasingly conscious about health, animal welfare, and the environment. Then there's the phenomenon of autocorrect mishaps, something we've all grimaced at. In a 1994 episode, an electronic note sent by school secretary to Beatrice Simpson was accidentally autocorrected to "beat up Martin" instead of "meet up Martin." Little did they know that they were predicting a future full of amusing and sometimes embarrassing autocorrect fails. And let's not forget about the surge of blockbuster superhero movies. In the early 2000s, comic book characters leapt off the pages and onto the big screen, dominating the box office. The Simpsons saw this coming in 1995, when they featured a film festival highlighting Radioactive Man, a superhero flick within the show. Even the rise of hipster culture wasn't off their radar. In a 2011 episode, Homer Simpson moves to a hip, modern neighborhood with artisanal donuts and a craft beer brewery. Fast forward a few years, and these elements are staples in urban neighborhoods around the world. The Simpsons also predicted the popularity of virtual reality. In a 1998 episode, kids are seen using VR for education and entertainment, a concept that seemed far-fetched at the time. Yet today, we see VR becoming increasingly commonplace, with applications ranging from gaming to training simulations. These cultural prophecies display the show's uncanny ability to anticipate the direction of societal change. What future prophecies might The Simpsons have in store for us? Now that's a question that's been on the mind of every fan of this long-running animated series. So, let's dive straight into it. The first prophecy we're going to look at is the prediction of a future where the United States is in debt to the world. In a 2015 episode, we see that the country owes money to every nation. Given the current economic climate and mounting national debt, this might be a prophecy that's closer to reality than we'd like. Next, we have a prediction that's a little more lighthearted. The show has also prophesied the advent of holographic mail. Imagine getting your mail delivered not by a mailman but by a beam of light. While this may seem far-fetched now, who knows what the future of technology holds? The Simpsons has also suggested a future where we have a female president. In one episode, Lisa Simpson is seen sitting in the Oval Office, taking the reins as the commander-in-chief. Given the rise of female leaders around the globe, this might not be such a far-off future. The show has even predicted a future where the concept of privacy is almost non-existent. In one episode, a character is seen using a device that can listen in on any conversation in the world. With the rise of surveillance technology and data collection, this prophecy might be closer to the truth than we'd like to think. Lastly, The Simpsons has predicted that the world will be overrun by artificial intelligence. In an episode, we see robots taking over the world and humans living in fear. As we make strides in AI development, this prophecy might not be as far-fetched as it sounds. Only time will tell if these future prophecies will hold true, but if The Simpsons' track record is any indication, we might just be in for a surprise.